Well, happy Easter, everybody. Welcome to our first Tuesday back of the term. I know we're not at school, but my kids are, right? So I feel like we're on school terms. Thank you for joining us. We have our guest speaker today is actually from the US office. We've got Rachael Baird online with us today. And she's actually going to talk to us and share some of her experience using the Miranda back office and some of the tools that are for free and also some of the paid ones, but also connecting that with your social media. So she might have some good tips and tricks that we haven't yet discovered and that we can start utilizing in our platforms to promote our Miranda business. So I'm going to pass it over to you, Rachael, and I'm going to mute myself as well and let you take over with the presentation. Is that okay?
Perfect. So thanks so much for having me out. This is pretty serious stuff. You're muting everybody. I feel like I could go wild here. I could say anything I want. It's kind of exciting. So like Sarah said, I am going to talk a little bit about Miranda Office Pro, about the tools that are available. But I actually want to start with social media and just talking a little bit about some of the great things that we've seen. I'm going to show you some posts that are good examples of the principles that we try and teach at Miranda University in order to kind of best utilize our presence on social media. So I'm going to go ahead. I've got a little bit of a PowerPoint presentation. I'm going to share that right now. So give me just a moment. All right, and I'm going to launch this. So let's see. Like I said, we're going to start a little bit with talking about online social media. And the idea here is that the things that you're posting from your business self, and you may be posting through a strictly business account, or you may be posting through your personal account. And maybe this is on Facebook, or maybe this is on Instagram, or maybe there's another social media networking site that you prefer. But the whole idea is that you, as an IPC, have a brand statement. You're trying to represent yourself in a particular way. And if you want to think through a simple brand statement, you can simply think about what you're trying to help people accomplish. So you help X, so some kind of person, do Y so that they can get Z, or so that they can do Z. So again, the idea is just the things that you're posting, they should align with your brand statement. So, you know, if your brand statement has a lot to do with cats, maybe you can post a lot about cats. But if your brand statement has a lot to do about maybe helping working mothers to find more time so that they can enjoy their families, maybe that will teach you a little bit about what you're choosing to post online as you're trying to post business-related content. So you want to kind of keep your brand statement in mind, and I'm going to show you a couple of examples of where I feel like people have really done a good job of recognizing what their brand is, what they want to accomplish. Let's see. So we've got this graphic, and I'm going to show you where you can find this graphic to come back to. This is what we teach at Miranda University. This is kind of our social media success formula. And the idea is the posts that you make, again, when you're publishing business content, they should have a purpose. And most people go on social media either to entertain, to be entertained. You know, we watch funny videos or we see the funny things that our friends are doing. So to be entertained, to connect with somebody. I think that most people have, you know, old classmates or old colleagues or ex-boyfriends that they can check in with. Or we go on to get information. There are certain sites, Twitter comes to mind, that people will go to kind of get some news and find out what's happening in the world. And maybe that news is coming from an official source, or maybe it's just news from their friends. But you want to have a purpose in mind when you post, and it's okay to do all three of these things: to entertain and to connect with people and to provide some information. In fact, probably as you're posting, you'll do all three of those things. The second thing that you want to think about as you're working with a social media post is you want to select kind of the way that you're representing yourself. So All social media sites have an algorithm that will push content that they want to encourage to the top of what everybody else sees. So you're not necessarily going to see the latest and greatest. You're going to see whatever falls into this algorithm. And at the very top of that algorithm is live video. Facebook in particular will put live videos at the top of everybody's feed. So if you want to get your post in front of a lot of eyes, you'll do a live video post. Next to live video comes just pre-recorded video. Maybe you record something at home and post it at a later time after you've had a chance to edit it. And if you can't, for some reason, post a video, then simply posting an image, a picture with what you're writing will improve the chances that post is going to be seen. Okay. Text is kind of at the bottom. Posting something simply written out is better than posting nothing at all. But it's going to be at the bottom of the algorithm, and people will see it, but not as often as these other types of posts. And then the last thought is we post online in order to generate some engagement. We want it to be valuable to people. We want people to be able to relate to it. And it's useful if there's some kind of call to action. You're telling them what step to take next. And maybe the step they should take next is to laugh and enjoy a funny thought with you. Or maybe the step they should take next is to do a little bit of research on their own, or to try something out. But the more clear you can make that call to action, the more likely you are to have people engage and respond and react to the things that you're posting. Like I said, I'm going to show you where you can see this, graphic a little bit later. But really what I hope you will take away is that whatever you're doing, just be intentional about it. Make a plan, try it out, and then analyze. Did this work or not? Do you like the way that felt? Do you like the reactions that you got to it? And then you'll adjust a little bit. Make a plan, try it again, and just be intentional. And that's so much the key for posting on social media. And for later on when we talk about some of the Miranda Office Pro tools for kind of managing the leads that you have, trying to cultivate them into future customers or business partners. So I want to show you a few posts. This is one that I think is a good example of kind of trying to inform a little bit while being entertaining. So this is from Marina Osler. She is a Miranda employee. And she works a lot with our Taiwan brand. And not long ago in the US, possibly in the Australian market, Sarah, you'd have to tell me for sure, but we participated in a Jackie Lee 14-day challenge where people could purchase the set of Taiwan products. It looks like, yes, you did have that option available in Australia. Great. So people could purchase these products, right? And then for 14 days, they try them out. They take a before picture and an after picture. And this post from Marina, it's literally just her baby playing with the product. If we were to go to this post, we'd see that it's a live video and her baby is so cute, just playing around with it. And she says in it, she says, that moment when you're ready for Jackie Lee's 14-day challenge, but you have no idea where to start. It's super relatable. Sometimes you get all of these exciting new products and you just don't know what to do. Anyway, so this is kind of a funny take with a link where people can take a next step, right? For more information, they can click on this link. They can learn about what the Jackie Lee 14-day challenge is. They can learn about how to apply the products and what to do if they don't know where to start on this challenge. So this is a really good example. You'll see kind of at the bottom, it says that there were 71 people, so 2 people plus 69 others who reacted to this post. There were 16 comments, 9 people shared it. That's a significant amount of engagement. That's a really good post. And so, you know, if this were your post, you kind of look at it and think about, okay, what worked about this? And then in the future, you can kind of take that that algorithm and apply it to other posts. Let me show you a couple more. If we're just trying to connect with people, There was a Taiwan Stars event that happened just last week in Italy. There were several distributors from around the world who attended. Cynthia Craig is one of those. And Cynthia Craig, she frequently gets a lot of interaction on her posts. So she took a live video. It was less than a minute long. And during the video, she's showing kind of some of these incredible sights that she saw in Italy. She's downtown in one of the center squares in Milan. And she talks a little bit about why she's there. And then she says, my wish is that you become a Miranda professional and that we all can have these great experiences together. And she got a lot of engagement on this post. Literally, she posted it just a couple days ago. And she's got a lot of responses to it. Again, so she used live video. She was fairly brief in that live video. It was less than a minute long, and she really connected with people's kind of innate desire to maybe to travel, to do something, to be something. This is kind of a fun post from one of our distributors in Indonesia. This is actually two posts, right? On the left side of the screen, it's a bunch of different men who are trying the Jackie Lee 14-day challenge. And he's trying to educate and help people feel like, hey, it doesn't matter if you're a girl or a guy, you can use these products. And then his follow-up post came quite a bit later, but it's several of these men and some others who received their gift for completing the 14-day challenge. This is an example of an IPC who really understands his brand, right? He is all about healthy living, about fun living, and about kind of breaking through some stereotypes that men should have good skin too. And this is one way they can get it. One of the cool things about this series of posts, he did more than just these two. Throughout the entire time that he's been promoting this challenge, he's done quite a few different posts with both men and women. And one of the things that he consistently did was he would include a link for people to request a free sample. And so the call to action was very clear. Anyway, so that's kind of fun there. So again, just this idea that we're being intentional. You do not have to do every single one of these things in every single one of the posts that you make. If you want to, if you want to post the latest news article, post it. If you want to post a joke that you thought was hilarious, post it. But if you will be intentional about a few of these things, then you will start to make better and better decisions. You'll see what is drawing engagement and what isn't. And you'll be able to make better decisions about what you're posting. I've got a couple of other posts that I chose to kind of go through again, and maybe I'll just do two of those. We'll skip through a couple because I want to have time to talk about the Miranda Office Pro tools and how those can help you in online engagement. So I'm going to skip this one and go to this one. So this is a post from one of our distributors in Taiwan, and she's a very loud individual. I think you can see that from what she's sharing here. This is also a video, and she actually made up a song about Miranda and is singing about the products that she's got, and it's really kind of funny. I don't speak Chinese, but it really is engaging. She puts a lot of energy and heart into it, and what's incredible is she gets so much engagement from it. You can see up in this upper right-hand corner, there's a little number 95, right? That's how many people have reacted to this post. And she's had tons and tons of people actually watch this video. The reason that that's a good thing is because she's getting this message of Noni and her excitement for the product in front of more people. Now, if singing about Noni products is not your thing, you do not have to do that. The point is, you should find what your brand is, okay? This distributor, she helps people to be excited and to have fun with products. And so this is very much on brand for her. Your brand may look different, and that's okay. You just need to know what it is. What is it that you're trying to accomplish? Who are you helping, and what are you helping them to do, okay? And then let me share just this one briefly. So this looks a little bit funny. Again, this is also a video. And this is a distributor from Germany or Austria. I don't remember. I think it's Austria. But he had it was kind of a fun, he decided that he was going to have a noni drinking challenge. So he gave 3 women a liter bottle of noni juice, and their job was to see who could drink it the fastest, right? Kind of crazy. And he turned this conversation into a conversation about what these products do for your body. And it turned out to be a really positive thing for him. He's had thousands of views of this video. So this is him just having fun with these things. Now, do we drink a bottle of noni every single day? Maybe you do. I drink a little bit less than a bottle every day. But whatever it is that you're doing, know that you can inject some of your personality into what you're doing online. If what you're posting online is stuff that you don't like, stop posting it. Think again about who it is that you are, what you want to share with the world, who you're trying to help, and what you're trying to help them do. And I think that those questions will kind of help you make intentional decisions about what you're doing, and then adapt based on the responses that you get, okay? All right, so I do want to talk about Miranda Office Pro and how this can help us also with our online marketing. To do that, I'm going to go, I'm going to share my internet screen with you. So give me just a sec while I give to the right place. Okay, so if you log into your Miranda account, this is what you'll see when you click on my account, right? This is kind of we see kind of a scrolling list on the right side of news that's current in our market. You'll see some downline alerts. Now, the account that I'm showing you is a test account. This is something that we use at Miranda. So all of the details in here are just fake. Anyway, there's not a real downline in here. The numbers are a little bit different, and you'll see that as I show some of this stuff. So don't worry, I'm not sharing anybody's private information, but all of the tools will work in the way that we need it to. So let me grab my notes and make sure. So the purpose of Miranda Office is for you to be able to collect and to work with leads. So whether you're getting leads by doing discovery parties, or whether you're getting leads from your most awesome post on Facebook that you just did, this is an easy way to kind of manage those leads, keep track of them, get some more leads through some of the tools that we can use here, as well as I think I already said it, as well as manage those leads, right? So what we're seeing now, this is an account that is active on Miranda Office Pro. So if you're not on Miranda Office Pro, then over on this left-hand side, there's 2 green boxes. It says enroll IPCs and customers and manage downlines. Those 2 are available. These other 6 boxes that are blue or pink or green or purple, those are only available if you have a Miranda Office Pro subscription. We are going to go through a couple of those tools, but I do want to show you what you're able to use if you're not on Miranda Office Pro, because there are some really good tools here, whether or not you're paying for a Miranda Office Pro subscription. Let's see. So the first thing that I want to show you, so enrolling an IPC or a customer, I'll let you do that on your own. If you haven't ever enrolled anybody online, this is where you can go to do that. There are a couple of other ways to approach it. Anyway, but this is where you go to do that. I will come back to the Manage Downline button, but I want to take you even a little bit further to the left. In this black bar, you'll see a bunch of different options. And I'm going to click on this little arrow next to Business Building, and I want to take you to the library. Okay, and this again is available to anybody, whether you're on Miranda Office Pro or not. The reason I'm taking you here is because if you have questions, if you feel like you need a little bit more training about something, this is where you can go to get that training. So you can see when I clicked on library, it brought up this new page. And there's a lot of different topics that we could click on here and get some more information. If you're signing up a new distributor underneath you, you might show them how to access the IPC orientation page. If you want to learn a little bit more about products, you can come here. Again, there's a lot of information, but if you want to review some of the things that we've talked about, or even get a little bit more information about social media training, this is one place you can come to see it. So if you click on social media training, you'll see that graphic that I shared with you. And then as you scroll down, you'll see some specific resources about how you can use different tools within Miranda Office, or how to actually create your own kind of resources. So for example, how to master live video. If you've never done a live video and you're feeling a little anxious about it but want to try, come watch this training about how to do a live video and post that on social media. Anyway, so this is a good resource, this social media training. And then also Miranda Office Pro and Business Tools contain some additional training about what I'm about to talk about, right? So as you scroll down, you can see how to use all of the tools that I'm going to talk about today, plus some extra tools. So if you need more information than what I'm giving you, then this is a good place to come. Again, I got to that simply by clicking on the arrow next to business building and going to the library. All right, right underneath the library is the media library. Now this tool is only available to Office Pro subscribers. So if you click on that, you'll see some, I don't think I clicked on that. If you click on that, then it will take you to a catalog of resources, of images and videos that you can share through your social media accounts. There is training about how to use this media library in the library that I just showed you, but let me briefly show you how to publish. This right here is kind of a fun video about traveling the world with Miranda. And in order to share it through my social media account, I click on it, and then I click on one of these social media accounts so I could do Facebook or Twitter, I could send it in an email, or there's a bunch of other social media accounts that I could use. And if you've got one that's not listed here, you can load more, or you can search for it. But let me just show you how to share it through Facebook. I'll just click on the little Facebook icon. And I believe that I'm actually logged into Facebook here. I am. If you're not logged into Facebook, it will simply prompt you for those details. So you just use your login information there. And then you can see that I've got this video all set to go, and I can say something about this. Let's see, something, I don't know, I love the opportunities to travel. This small town girl has seen a lot of towns thanks to Miranda or something. I don't know, right? And it'll even help us if we misspell something. Okay, and then as you look down towards the bottom, you'll see you can post it in your news feed and your story. The story, that's something that is active for just a little while and kind of goes away. I'm gonna go ahead and post it to my news feed. Now right here, I've selected that it's only visible to me, and that's just because this is a resource that that I don't need to share with anybody. If you are sharing this, you would want other people to see it. So you'd choose friends or public or something else. So I'm gonna go ahead and post this to Facebook. Okay, and then it closes the tab. But if I actually go to my Facebook page, okay, then I see that this video just posted. It's right there with what I said, and if it were visible to more people than just me, they could then start engaging with it, okay? So I would suggest if you're going to use the media library, don't just post an image, don't just post a video, say something about it, you know, kind of be intentional, think about that personal brand that you're trying to cultivate, and think about what it is that you can share with people that they might find interesting, okay? All right, so that's the media library. Again, if you need more training, you can find that just in the regular library here, okay? Let's see. Okay, I wanna show you, there's a lot more tools that we could talk about, And maybe I'll talk about one more before we go to questions. And there's a lot of really great things. So we could open up the marketing manager. Maybe I'll walk you through this before I talk about one of these tools. So we could open up the marketing manager. And from here, I can send emails to different leads that I've entered in. And I guess I didn't tell you how to enter leads, right? That's in the lead manager. You can add leads. So if you held a discovery party and took down some information from new prospects, you can put that information in here. You can sort all of that information. So if you just go to manage leads, you can see all of this information. And I told you that this was a test account. That's what all of this is, but you can sort them in different ways, right? So you could search for a specific person or a specific address or a specific telephone number. You could sort them based on their name or how recently you added them in. You can filter out people that you've added in just the last 30 days or people who have requested a sample. So you can do some searching here to kind of manage this list. And from this place, you can also send samples or you can send emails. There's a lot that you can do here, right? So you can manage your leads from here. Like I said, the marketing manager, you can send emails from there. You can also look at the statistics. So you can see how many people are opening your emails, how many people are engaging with them. And when I say engaging, how many people are actually clicking on a link to get more information from your email. Let's see, you can send samples. So again, this is a tool that's available to Office Pro subscribers. You can send samples from here. I think that the thing that I want to show you though is a tool that's available both to subscribers and to non-subscribers. So if I come back down to my organization, okay, I can go to the Downline Explorer. We saw this on the main page, and maybe I'll come back to the dashboard. This is the main page that comes up when you log into your account. Okay. Let's see. So this do you know what? We didn't see this on the main. Yeah. So this manage account, okay, is the same thing as this Downline Explorer. And in this place, I can kind of see what's going on. And you'll see, as you look over here at all of these fake details, you'll see that nobody has any volume. Again, that's because this is a test account. But this is something that's really, that could be really helpful for you to look at as you're searching through your downline, okay? There's some information that you can look at and see here. You can see how much people are purchasing, who's on auto ship. You can see some different measurements of how deep in the organization people are purchasing. Now this 0, that's gonna say your name on it, right? This is going to be your volume. And everybody down here with the number 1 is going to be whoever is on your first level. You'll see right here, I've got placement, sponsorship chosen. I can change that to personal sponsorship and see everybody who's on my first generation. In a lot of cases, those are going to be the exact same people, right? I can change the commission period and look and see what has happened in the past. Anyway, there's a lot of information that you can get here. If you are familiar with Excel and would like to manipulate this information a little bit differently, you can find this exact same information in the reporting section of Office. And here, this is again another interesting place where there's some things that are available to everybody and some things available to paid members. This report where you get to see everything in your downline, this is the IPC Management report, and everyone has access to this. These light green reports, the IPC Management, the Upline, and the No DA on File, those 3 reports everyone has access to. Office Pro subscribers, they get access to some additional reports. Some of my personal favorites are the striking distance reports. You can see who is close to qualifying for a new title. There are other reports that are automatic that Office Pro subscribers get. Office Pro subscribers can also create a custom report, and that's kind of a cool tool. If you want to learn more about that, you can go back to the library and watch the trainings associated with many of these reports. Anyway, so that's what I wanted to show you about some of these tools that are available to you. Again, the things that you're doing through social media are important. The things that you're doing not on social media are also important. And you can kind of combine all of the leads that you're gathering here in this place. You can see what's happening in your downline here in this place. So let's see, I think we've been going about 30 minutes now. I'd like to take some questions if we've got any, and I will maybe stop sharing my screen so that I can see if we've got questions. So give me just a second.
Thank you, Rachel. So I should have the chat box up for everybody. Can you see the chat box, Rachel, as well?
I can see the chat box, yeah.
Okay, cool. So if anyone has any questions about some of the stuff that Rachel shared with us, she gave us some really great content on the social media. I really liked reminding us all of how to have a personal brand. I'm just unmuting you. So if you feel it's a bit noisy where you are, you can mute yourself back again if you like. But if anyone had any questions about some of the content that Rachel shared, or a reminder where something was, a couple of the guys have muted themselves there.
And that's okay.
And this may mean that you've done a very good job of explaining everything.
Or
questions, right?
Who knows? Who knows? And it's okay if there are no questions, right?
Yeah.
I hope that I've shown you some resources that when you do have questions, you can go back and kind of see that here's some training.
Yeah. I like that you went back through the library and showed them where that was, and that's available for everybody to be able to view all the content. So, if they're thinking about Miranda Pro, they obviously could ring us at the office, but they can go on their own time and watch the different trainings and what that would be about.
Yeah, for sure.
Rod, did you have any questions?
Not specifically. It was a good refresher, as I've written there.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think. I think the fact you showed how to share to social media from the back office is good, because I did try that, and I've got a couple of Facebook sites, and that's probably messes me up sometimes. So I probably need to just share to my personal one and then share from that to some of the other ones. Might be a better way to do it.
Yeah, that is a solution.
We have one called All Things Noni, which is a Facebook site, but it doesn't seem to want to share to that one. It shares to mine, but for some reason it doesn't go to the other one.
Okay, we should be able to log out of that account. Well, so you will only be able to share to one social media site at a time, right?
Yes.
So if you wanted to share to both Facebook accounts, then you would have to log in separately for them. But we should be able to log out. Admittedly, Rod, I've never tried that. Do you want me to try that now and see if we can figure that out?
If you can, yeah.
Okay, yeah, let's do it. So I'm going to share my screen again. Okay, let's see. So I'm going to go back to our media library. Okay, so that's under business building, media library. Okay, and I also have a personal and a business account. So let's see if we can do that. So I know that I'm already logged in, right? So, okay, so this is how I'm going to do it. It's kind of small, but there's a little arrow up in the upper right-hand corner, and it says that I can switch user. That's what I would click on, right? It says I haven't finished my post yet. Do you want to leave without finishing? I do want to leave this page, and that's going to log me out of Facebook. So I could then close Facebook and come back here and share again. And now it's going to prompt me to enter in my login details, okay? So if you wanted to share to both accounts, you could share first through one, log out by clicking that little arrow in the upper right-hand corner, and then share to the other one.
Cool. Thank you for showing us that.
Well, that was lucky that it worked.
Yes, with technology, you never know.
Okay, guys, well, we might finish it up here if we haven't got any other questions. But, Rachel, we do post this up in our members group so that it's a resource for everyone that wasn't able to catch up with us live today. And then, you know, when any questions come up to that, we will try to answer them ourselves. If we can't, though, we'll reach back out to you. And,
Sounds great.
If you get a chance again in the future to present for us again, we'd love to have you come back and join us for another topic.
That's kind, yeah. Yeah, I'd love that.
Okay, well, thank you, guys. I hope you all have a fantastic day. Thank you, Rachel, again for your presentation. We really do appreciate it.
Indeed.
Okay, thanks, guys. See you.